Good job, boy. Oh, see, I have my mic on. I'm over here talking to my dog. Y'all like Dewan going crazy? I got a new doggy. I was over here talking to my doggy. I didn't know my mic was still on. I'm trying to get this little nigga straight. I ain't been with y'all last couple of days because I've been training this little nigga right here. I've been training him to walk throughout the house without pissing and shit. Hey, come here. Come on. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. Look at him all shy. Look at him all shy. What's up, little nigga? That's my little nigga right here. That's it. Yeah. There we go. We about to get started, y'all. We about to get started. What's wrong with my thing here? My stream deck is tripping. What's wrong with my stream deck? Sit, little nigga. What's up, y'all? Y'all here? What up, everybody? Sit. You gonna piss a little later on? You gonna piss when we done? Shit. I'm building this tolerance right now. You just pissed like an hour ago, little nigga. You good? Hey. Come on. This is first time seeing me do this, so gotta break them in. Anyway, everybody, welcome. We ain't gonna be here too long, but I do want to touch on some things. First off, yeah, my little nigga wearing a necktie. I just got him. I took him to the groomer today. The groomer gave him a necktie, so he looked good. He looked good and formal. What's up, man? Go relax. Right there. Good boy. Right there. Good boy. There you go. All right, cool. Train them up in the way they should go. And if you piss, I'm kicking your ass. All right. Larry, I'll kick your ass, boy. Speaking of this dog, Larry, I'll beat your ass easy enough. Man, I got this old weak ass nigga right here, Larry talking. Anyway, yeah, it's been a crazy week. Remember, I told y'all when the week started. Get away. I got those my shrooms down there, homie. That's a shroom drawer. You don't want them shrooms. You don't want them. He look a little agitated. I'm here talking. But anyway, you gotta get used to this shit. Anyway, yeah, they do piss after drinking, but he done pissed. This motherfucker done pissed his balls dry as much as he been pissing all day. I'm gonna talk to y'all. Come on. I want y'all to see something. We were talking about the whole situation with Fat Joe, right? And we've been talking about this whole 9 of Hearts year being a year of groups fighting, infighting, and fighting between groups. Infighting and fighting between groups. It's been a whole lot going on. And right here. It's been a whole lot. This motherfucker loves these lights. He loves these red lights back here. It's been a whole lot going on. We done already had the New Year's Eve massacre in New Orleans. And then Trump, for those you don't know, the Trump Tower in Vegas was blown up. Well, not blown up. There was an explosion out front with an Elon Musk Tesla truck. And both people who were perpetuating these acts of violence were our former military out of Fort Bragg, specifically. And there was one more thing. Cheryl, I'm drawing a blank. What was the other? It was three things. It was a third person. But those two, the suspects were out of Fort Bragg. I don't know what that's about. I don't want to get to starting the line on y'all. But it don't sound good. Then you have Cuban Link, the rapper Cuban Link, who was part of the terror squad with Fat Joe. Cuban Link basically came out against Fat Joe. He said that Fat Joe is tripping. He backed the FBA movement. And he talked about how Joe, according to him, was always hella racial with his shit. I want y'all to subscribe to Cuban Link's YouTube. He said some it was a very profound show yesterday. I want to for those of you asking, he's a French bulldog. My dog, he's a Frenchie. A pure-blooded Frenchie too. But I want to show y'all, where's that video? I screen recorded a part of it. Where are you going? Come out. Let me see if I can find that video. Hey, he's trying to go around. He realized he can't go. Let me see if I can find. Here's a Sonetta one. Let me see if I can find the other one. I want y'all to, here it is. There we go. Take a rest, baby.
We love like a wire, setting the microphone on fire.
Here we go. Let me airdrop this shit to myself because I don't know the timestamp. I don't know the timestamp. So let me just airdrop what I screen recorded to myself. Let me airdrop it. Come on, airdrop was taking so goddamn long. Here we go.
At the end of the day. And a little,
here we go.
They've been into the politics, and they're usually Republicans, but they're in that side. But it's that side. But that's why it's like I don't understand why.
No.
Latino love ain't really.
Hold on, this nigga trying to shit. Hold on 1 second. No.
People up is black.
Now, matter of fact, I'm gonna play. I want to play the other one. No, hell no, you little nigga.
Rock with our brothers and sisters. Let's rock.
Here, I gotta. Let me give him this little pad. All right.
All the pushback about, but it's usually money.
I want you to go back and look at this. Look at this right here.
At the end of the day.
I want you to come right back here.
They've been into the politics.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
Yeah, clear that up.
No, you ain't about shit, little nigga. Hold on. Let me get a little shit pad.
It's.
I'm gonna have you play that, but I can't find that. I can't find that spot. Let me go to the spot right here. I'm gonna play the Cuban Link spot, but give me I'm gonna need like 2 minutes. But in this 2 minutes, I want y'all to hear what this dude Reggie. This is from Signetter TV. We gonna first start the Signetter TV part while I get this little nigga shit pad. And then we gonna come right back. I want y'all to hear this, so I'm not going anywhere. Let me see here. Where is it at? Where's my overlay? I don't want to play Signetter TV. Let me see it. They're talking about the FBA shit. The FBAs versus the and hip hop. I want y'all to go to this. Let me see here. Okay, I found Cuban Link's channel. Here we go. Here we go. Listen to Cuban Link talk about this shit. And I'll be right back.
In these YouTube streets, New York, Cali. But what was really
through the past because of the actions this dude.
Here we go. This is Cuban Link.
The way around,
and one of his boys talking about Fat Joe.
Brunswick, X-Man.
Here we go.
Just to catch up with Familia. You know, and I want
Salute. Much love from Chicago to everybody out there in these YouTube streets, New York, Cali, Puerto Rico, Miami, Santo Domingo, Cuba. Anybody got that Wi-Fi? Ya tú sabes, saludo.
salute.
Me and Cuban was on my channel. You know what I'm saying? And we was on the popping it off. We was talking about the whole FBA situation. We were talking about salute to Liza. We were talking about that for a second, but what we was really talking about pun writing.
And let me say this too, man. You know, still, if the undertone in your life, in your mind, and you're viewing when you viewing the situation, the dispute about hip hop, the history of it, please, know that this guy right here, these two guys right here, we pumping unity. You know what I'm saying? It's not about even if the shoes are the other way around. You know what I'm saying? Still be the same character. As far as like just a dispute about it, without what I'm saying, really trying to go into the heritage of some bad apples in our own. We both, we all got bad apples in our society where our race is part of it. You know what I'm saying? Latino race, the black race, the African American race, but the fundamental, I was telling Pop how I felt about the FBA, right? And I was like, I'm so proud to have seen, even if just this movement, and not just because it's Joe and everything, because that's just a start, of course. It's like I felt like somebody, like understood, like the story, the truth, like the way it's actually, it actually happened through the past because of the actions this dude, has done, and it's been, swept under the rug and all of that. And the movement of the FBA, just that little scene of when Joe was talking in Math Hoffa's podcast, and he directed that same energy towards the FBA, and y'all took it like that, like y'all could understand a little bit, saying how I feel, and I'm saying just on an entertainment tip, and how the business have let this dude, get away with things like that, disrespecting in all angles, I feel, what I'm saying, and so I want to thank y'all, man. I want to thank y'all again, man. I want to, salute the real, frontliners, and the people in the back, who's running the whole narrative of this, black people standing together, showing the world, the power they got in any subject. And that's how it should be. That should be like this to, a blueprint to Latinos like that. But Latinos is more into politics, like my Cuban side, as far as like Miami.
In Aurora, for my boys in them.
That was the wrong part.
Even the respect you see from my people out here to me. We'll see him come out and apologize to them.
You know what I'm saying? It's never like looking down. When I'm in New York, that's what I rock with. And when I'm anywhere, really, not just in New York. That's just, me and Pun always, we come from that school. And even though Joe was like from the same neighborhood and all that, he comes from a whole different thing. Like I told you, he's scarred in his mind about black people beating him up. Like the black kids who beat him up when he was.
That's Cuban Link saying basically Fat Joe still got in his mind about the years black kids was beating his ass. Cuban Link is basically saying Fat Joe got a problem with black people because he still remember the black folks that whooped his ass in elementary school. This is Fat Joe's former terror squad member, Cuban Link.
You know what I'm saying? I think he's, he definitely keeps that with him. You know what I'm saying? Me, I have fights with black folk and all that. I did my thing all the time. I got respect, but it's never like a demeaning type of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's never like looking down on another race or thinking I'm better than anybody. So those are qualities I think that you had to be taught that, and you have to have it in your heart. You know what I'm saying? You got a dark heart, man. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why you can't put him in position, because he's gonna unleash that on people. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna create a whole different type of society. Everything trickles down and it affects another. You know what I'm
saying? Right.
Do you think we'll see him come out and apologize to the FBA?
He hasn't done yet. That's what I said. I labeled the topic that.
What'd you label it? What did you label it?
If Fat Boy running. Something about Fat Boy running. Yeah, he's still running. He hasn't apologized yet. So you know what I'm saying? He hasn't apologized yet, and you already know. I mean, I wasn't even expecting an apology either. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hope that. Well, some people
I would have thought, even if it wasn't sincere, that he would at least attempt to, you know what I'm saying? He's the greatest capper in the world. He could tell the most believable stories in the world. So why not a fake apology to save his business ventures, to save his sponsorships?
To me, he's so racist in his heart, he can't even seem to even come out his skin and say those words. That's how I feel.
That's how we gonna start. Because I was gonna start with the New Yorkers, but that's how we gonna start right there. This is Cuban Link, former terror squad member with Fat Joe, talking about how racist Fat Joe is in his heart, based on Puerto Rican conversation that they've had over the years. So that's how we're starting today off, talking about this hip hop discussion. This is what I like. I want to say, first off, salute to Cuban Link. Because generally, even when Latinos beef, some of y'all might say, well, they've been beefing, and they have been beefing for a long time. But when has two other groups beefing ever made one of them side with black people? When does that ever happen? Like, usually other groups, when they beef, they'll come together around their singular hatred of black people and sit their beefs down to come at us. This is Cuban Link showing how, and talking about supporting black Americans in FBA. And first off, I want to say this. Don't come at me over the acronym FBA. I'm the kite. You can use FBA. You can use ADOS. You can use NBA, Native Black American. You can use, I don't care what the fuck you call yourself. But foundational black Americans, as we know, is the group of people who can trace their lineage back to slavery in the United States. Same claim ADOS makes, and both of them got it from DOAS. Norris Shelton's ADOS got theirs from DOAS. You had Dr. Carl Anderson's NBA Native Black American. So you've had attempts at defining our group of black within America. You've had plenty of them. And it seems as if FBA is the one that people bought into the most. That's the one that people are talking about the most. That's the one that's being used right now as a punching bag from Pan-Africans to the Democratic Party. You even saw Charleston White going at FBA. And for further details on that, I encourage y'all to watch Black Alpha Network. One thing that pushed me off, I'm throwing me everything off my doggy right here. I was going to go live around 2 hours ago. Oh, look at him. I was going to go live 2 hours ago, but I saw Black Alpha Network was on. And Black Alpha Network, I think he might still be on, but I watched a good hour of his show talking about Charleston White. So I want y'all to go to the Black Alpha Network channel and check his breakdown, because he's going all the way in on that. I'm not going to go in on Charles. I don't want to talk about him. I'm going to let, not especially after what Black, but we did see what Charleston White did do, for those of you on Twitter, how he went at basically saying fuck FBA and this and that. He's, in my opinion, like I've always said before, he's a troll. He's somebody who's gonna jump on whatever he sees a mass of black people jumping on. He's going to take the counter to that. That's how he's ranked his way up on YouTube. And so for me personally, I just see it as, okay, this is just Charleston doing what he has to do what he has to do. I get it, whatever. But Black Alpha did what he did. Go subscribe to Black Alpha Network. So you're starting to see this resistance, but you're also starting to see support. And I want to give a shout out to Cuban Link, because most Latinos and other groups do not stand with black Americans. most do not stand with us. And hell, don't. Oh shit! Let me turn this on. Those of you who've been on this channel before regularly, you know that there was a particular person. I'm not gonna bring their name up because it's not worth mentioning. But there was a particular person that I did a video about just recently. Not recently, a few months ago, showing support for I was basically big up in this person and their support for and supporting them for speaking out against the Latino community. But that particular person, I guess they couldn't stand the heat, so I took the video down. So I don't really like talking too much about other groups that support Black Americans because one, it's very rare. Two, you don't know if it's genuine or not. So I generally err on the side of caution and just keep pushing. But Cuban Link has been on this for a little bit. This isn't his first time calling out Fat Joe. And I definitely want to make sure that we give love and show love to those who are doing it the right way. All right? And Cuban Link is most definitely doing it the right way because not only is he calling out the bullshit within his community, he's calling Fat Joe out directly. So, big shout out to Cuban Link because you see the walls closing in on Fat Joe. You see the walls doing this. And it's going to take more Latinos to call this out. It's going to take more Latinos to call this out. It's going to take more. Somebody said, if you were here earlier, I already said I know that Cuban Link has a bone to pick with Fat Joe. I already said that. But these people fight all the time. They don't ever unite to support us. See, Black people be thinking that these other groups just get along. It be internal beefs all the time with these other people. J-Lo don't like a lot. J-Lo don't really mess with a lot of them. She's straight up Jenny from the block. But when it comes to all this going on with us, she ain't gonna say nothing. Hell, nah. They don't. I don't give a damn how much they beef. They never come together and support us, even when they beef. I keep getting these super chats. Let me read the super chat. Kwame Rahami, tell Tariq. Oh, I appreciate the money. Hey, chat room. What did I tell y'all before? Did I not say it's all these niggas born in Cleveland named Hotep Shalom, goddamn hieroglyphs, metal nature. These be the main ones y'all gotta look out for. Hey, chat room, have I not told y'all that shit before? Why the fuck are you talking about Tariq? You at my channel, you stupid motherfucker. But I will take the money. You $1.99 asshole. Look at this $1.99 hole right here talking, but I'll take it. I'm from Inwood. Hey, chat room. What did I say before? They always say I'm from. See, this is for all y'all that was going on, that was mad at me in my video I did on NWA when I was talking about them fucking New Yorkers. The same New Yorkers that every goddamn beat that they use is sampled from the 70s. Sit your sampling ass down, nigga. Hip-hop founders are from the Caribbean. Prove it, Kwame. Next, why is your name Kwame and you from the Caribbean? Shouldn't you nigga be from Ghana or some shit? Or Kwame ain't no Caribbean name. You got a nigga that's claiming the Caribbean with an African name. You old culturally misguided motherfucker. Hey, but chat room, do not borrow him because I will take the money. I will take the money for these jokes. Give me another $1.99. Yeah, I literally talked about this yesterday. You can predict these lame ass New Yorkers. And not all New York. I'm not talking about all New Yorkers. I'm talking about these niggas. It's always some Menu Hotep, no tip ass niggas running their mouth the most. Oh, is it the same dude who was in Lord Jamar's chat? I bet. That nigga got $1.99 for bullshit. See, that's what happens when you scamming motherfuckers all the time. The reason why he don't mind dropping $1.99 because he probably got that money scamming motherfucker out of houses and shit. Come to Africa. We have homes right here in Lagos. We will get you a home in Lagos. Just give me. It only costs $50,000 for a home in Lagos. You like, damn, Kwame Ma'at Tarat, nigga. Only $50,000? Yes, only $50,000, and you get a home the size of coming to America, a huge mansion, a home. Just give me $50,000, and you get a home, nigga. Y'all get that $50,000, and that motherfucker end up skipping to a new city. This nigga done scammed. He done sent that Pan-African scam in Chicago, Detroit, DC. Now the nigga in New York. Give me $50,000 and get the home. Your $1.99 trick. So it's always it. Here's my thing, New Yorkers. Y'all always come with that. You weren't there. You weren't there when the beats were made. You're sampling saps. You're sampling simps. The music comes from the beat. If it was just about the MC, nigga, the MC would be a poet. Niggas forget about all it took to make a song. That's what I don't like about these sampling simps, these New York niggas. Nigga, do you know how hard it is to make a song from scratch? And you take all that got black hard work and then say, it is ours, because I ain't from New York. Let's see what the $1.99 host said this time. He said, Cool Herc, May, and Bam. First off, Bam didn't come around to the 80s, and Cool Herc wasn't first. Which leads us into the next part we're going to talk about. And this is why I was having this discussion. I was sent this video from Eve sent me this video. Y'all remember no Eve. Salute to Eve. She sent me this video, and it was on Silent channel. And I love Silent. I don't really watch Silent TV that much anymore. Cause of niggas like this that's on here now. I used to watch it a whole lot, but I pulled back because he got a whole bunch of tired tongue niggas talking like this these days. So this is why I had. God damn it, this thing is down. You hear my dog? You snoring? Let me show y'all this here. So this is the video right here. We're gonna play some of this, and then we're gonna talk about some of the things they talk about. You see him? You see him? That little nigga knocked out. Yeah, that little nigga knocked out. So don't mind the snoring. Somebody said sounds. No. Jamaica was a third world country. It's not no sound system come from no fucking Jamaica. Name the Jamaican manufacturer. If you can give me a person from Jamaica, a manufacturer in Jamaica that was making sound systems, and exporting them to the United States, then I'll give you sound system culture. But all it was you bumbleclop motherfuckers was buying your sound system from the same place black Americans buying their sound systems. Yeah. Bumbleclop bastards. What's up, Ira Gordon? I appreciate Jesse's schedule around, around Bank. Yeah, Black Alpha Network. I appreciate that, Ira. Yeah, I saw, because I got my doggy here. I took him to get groomed earlier. And so my whole schedule got thrown off. And I was about to go live at 5. And I saw Black Alpha was on. I was like, oh, hell no, my nigga on. I'm going to watch this nigga real quick. And now my schedule's thrown off for the doggy. So I appreciate y'all for rolling with me. But yeah, I saw Black Alpha on. I wasn't going to go on the same time. I like watching his show. And he did a good show today from what I've seen so far. So y'all make sure y'all go to Black Alpha Network when y'all done watching me and watch his show he doing right now. Dope as fuck. That's all. I'm not even gonna talk about Charles White. Like he got it. I'm good. Mm-hmm. Yeah. These niggas. How the hell are you gonna bring a sound system culture when your goddamn country don't even make sound system? You don't sit your ass down with that bullshit ass lie. And what the fuck? And I said this in a microphone check. What is sound system culture? Okay. House music has sound systems. Matter of fact, house music has bigger sound systems than hip hop. The fuck is that? You can listen to hip hop. Let me show you something. You said it needs sound system culture. Okay. Let me do something real quick. Dude, like, remember, this is how the old niggas do. Remember, all them old people, they always gotta. Anybody named Rollo over 50 years old, all you niggas over 55, this is how y'all do your phone. All right? I'm going to play some hip hop like an old nigga. I'm doing like an old nigga. All right? I just hit on Missionary. And know what I just did? On the Missionary album, I just hit play. What is that? Oh, it's hip hop without a sound system. You don't need no goddamn sound system for hip hop. That's not a core requirement, dummies. People just repeat shit. Sound system culture. So, like, every form of music in the modern world needs a sound system if you're going to be at a concert, but you don't need a sound system if you're going to be just playing it. You can play it in your phone. Damn it. New Yorkers get way too self-important. He said, toasting. No, toasting is Black American clowning. And Cox and Dine, I did a show 2 weeks ago with Jamaican leaders in music center. They got the toasting from the Black Americans. Man, y'all parents didn't teach y'all shit. So let's go into what he's talking about. This is what got me started right here on this part right here, this dude right here.
And I got also a problem because shut your damn mouth. If you ain't from the Bronx, right? I'm talking about from the 60s, from really the 50s and the 60s, right? You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Leave hip hop alone. You're looking at that BET, that AJ and Free, right? You're looking at this 80s, 90s hip hop.
So he said, if you ain't from New York, leave hip hop alone. So my question is this. If New York didn't create the beats that support hip hop, should they leave hip hop alone? Huh? That's just a question. If you gotta be there to speak on it, if you weren't there in the studio to make the music, should you leave it alone? That's just a question. That's just a question. Let's go here with it. They always say, okay, hip hop. Then let me go to the Cool Herc people. The Cool Herc people always say, all right, hip hop got the break beat. Cool Herc's thing was he extended the break beat. Nigga, do you know James Brown created the break beat? Let me see if I can get to the right spot without paying 10 seconds. Here's the break. This is what a break beat is right here, played naturally. Follow me. Wait, hold on. Let me play it on my end before it comes to you guys. Wait. Let me see. Hold on. Let me find the part. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, I'm trying to get this break right here. Hold on. There it is. When they talk about extending a break beat or what a break beat is, let me explain to y'all what a break beat is, because a DJ cannot play a break beat if the band. A DJ cannot extend a break beat if the band doesn't play a break beat first. Here's a break beat. See how it's going in one direction? That's a break beat. How the song, you hear James Brown going in one direction with the song, then you break it and then come right back. The break beat started with the band, not the fucking DJ. You idiots. Good. Here, come here. You let it go. Then you let it flow. That's a break beat, nigga. What's up with you lame ass New Yorkers trying to claim that? You ain't Clyde Stubblefield. Clyde Stubblefield played the break beat. Not you. You just some dickhead that put a needle on a record. Who the fuck are you? See, that'd be my issue with these hip hop niggas, especially you New York niggas. You're not that important. There's none of that hip hop shit without James Brown. And then Parliament Funk, then they flipped that breakbeat with this.
A good evening. Do not attempt to adjust your radio. There is nothing wrong. We have taken control as to bring.
The breakbeat is something you play. Let me give you another breakbeat that's played all the time. Here's another breakbeat. When you've taken every kind of pill.
Control.
Here we go. Here's another breakbeat by Parliament. Let me back it up some. All some dickhead New York DJ did was say, "Ooh, that sounded good. Let me play that again." Something bands been doing. So even the parts that you lame niggas claim, you didn't do it. You ain't no goddamn genius. The genius is the musicians, not you. You over self-important non-musician motherfuckers. See, that's how I can tell you none of y'all play no goddamn music. That's how I can tell you none of y'all played no goddamn music in your life. Well, he extended the breakbeat. He just hit the... Second thing is, in music, I don't know if y'all notice, you lame ass niggas, when you're in the studio, not a one hip hop song is recorded by some DJ in the studio extending a breakbeat, playing the merry-go-round style. No, hip hop music is composed and put together the same way R&B is. Hip hop's first mega producer, Larry Smith from Houdini, he was a funk musician. Do you guys even know that's not even how music is put together? Like, I think you New York niggas think, not all you New York niggas, these angry niggas saying, if you ain't from Brooklyn, you don't know. Nigga, if you ain't been in the studio, you don't know. The fuck is you all talking about? So, let's go further to what these Pan-Africans are talking about. The whole New York trope, nope. I can study anything. And here's the worst part about it. All these metal nature motherfuckers talking, nigga, you wasn't in Egypt. Y'all ever notice that? It be the same people saying you weren't there. They'll turn around and be like, well, in Kemet, we was doing the breakbeat in Kemet. How do you know, nigga? You weren't there. It be the same people trying to talk to you about Kemet and Kush and Pharaoh Shabaka and the 18th dynasty. Them be the main ones trying to tell you, but you wasn't there for hip hop. Nigga, you wasn't there when the temple at Luxor was built either, but you wrote 15 books on it. Matter of fact, you ain't ever even been to Africa. Got all kind of ox and shit. Pan-Africanist. And your ass ain't never been past Memphis. The fuck you talking about? I watched this because I took this a little bit personally. You dig? Because he's talking about us Black Americans. We are doing our best. We are doing what we can do to maintain the culture. And what I do, the work that I do was born out of working with children all them years. And saying that, you know what? I'm tired of black kids I'm being very clear what my intentions are with this and how I've always been. I'm tired of black kids getting the 100% brunt of being on the news and everything being fucked up on the news, bearing the brunt of all of our culture being exploited. Everything bad is black. Black and bad. Word association, bad, black. Only good things black kids hear about ourselves is Martin Luther King saved us and Michael Jordan and Jay-Z are the greatest. And they hear from slavery. They don't hear about nothing else great. And then the minute we do something great, we got to share that shit with American culture. Oh, he's not just black. He's this. He's a star for everybody. Or this is everything we do good, we got to share. And then we got some scam Africanists who ain't never been no goddamn Africa trying to make us scam our shit. Trying to make us share this shit. Hell no. And fuck anybody that got a problem with me talking like this. Because I got the evidence, nigga. And I'm a musician, so you can never expand like me. And I can play the drums and you can't. So if you're not a drummer, don't talk to me about breakbeat. If you're not a drummer, do not talk to me about breakbeats.
That's right.
Listen to this.
So Charlie Chase wasn't just an add-on; he was part of it, right?
He was part. So, look how dumb this nigga sound. Hold on. Let's go. He's talking about Charlie Chase, right? That's Charlie Chase in the middle. I want you to go back to this part.
a foundational Black American? No.
That's Charlie Chase.
Right.
No. That's Charlie Chase.
That's right. That's right.
Right. So Charlie Chase wasn't just an add-on; he was part of it.
Hold on. Is this the same Charlie Chase that Lord Jamar had on his show? And go check out Lord Jamar's podcast. I love his show. Lord Jamar interviewed Charlie Chase like 2 months ago. Charlie Chase said himself he came in 1976. This had already been a thing that's going. And he also said that he couldn't come in with his Spanish name because he never would have been accepted. So he named himself Charlie Chase so he could be accepted. Charlie Chase is another Latino that's been telling the truth. I got to give credit to him too. Charlie Chase has not been going around saying this is Latino anything. He's been very upfront. So right now we got a New Yorker telling us if you ain't from New York, you can't speak. Well, Charlie Chase is from New York and he spoke. That's why it's called research, people. You listen to sources. Research is first finding primary sources. That means those who were there. It's hearing from them directly. Secondary sources. That's people who heard from people who were there or people who are reading about people, an interview from someone who was there. That's a secondary source. And then there's empirical evidence. Empirical evidence is a statistic. What can you hold? What can we grab and touch to prove what was said? Well, Lord Jamar went and got Charlie Chase. And Charlie Chase said, we wasn't original. We was the only black people there. That's where you guys get all screwed up on that whole, you weren't there. You weren't there. You weren't there. No, nigga, I talked to somebody who was, and he said you full of shit.
Right? So you're lying to the people, punks, right? You're lying.
See right there, and this is the reason why I got so much heat. FBA punks. And me personally, I don't care what you call yourself, as long as you're one of the people who descend from those who were rooted here in United States slavery, 1865 and back. I don't care if you call yourself FBA, ADOS. Me personally, they all describe the same thing. So if somebody says, even though FBA is the one I probably use more than the others, if someone says ADOS punks, I'm going to have an issue with it. If somebody says Native Black American punks, I'm going to have an issue with it. If somebody says you group of people who connect your lineage to the United States of America and not Africa, punks, I'm going to take issue with it.
Right? So you're lying to the people, punks, right? You're lying to people. Y'all know any of these people? This is what y'all...
He said we lying. Okay.
Look like now. Y'all don't know, how can I say? This is... We almost look like senior citizens and shit, you know?
Right? Yeah.
So that's them doing a slideshow presentation. This is other point I want to bring up right here.
I know what the FBA suckers were saying yesterday. So you can't tell me what I heard when they're trying to say that hip hop was FBA. That's what y'all was saying. And I'm just saying hip hop is the Bronx. If you don't know the
chat room
Bronx, stay out the conversation. Stop lying to the...
There we go. Hip chat room. Did I not have people arguing with me in my chat the other day? When I was saying that, when I was going at New York, they were like, man, New Yorkers don't do that. Yes, the fuck y'all do. He trying to say hip hop is Bronx culture and the Bronx didn't create not one goddamn beat. Where's BT Express from? I know BT Express, that's New York funk. See, look, y'all didn't even create the best funk. BT Express did. When it comes to New York, you got BTS and you got Tom Brown funking for Jamaica. Jamaica Queens got a funk song, and this is that BT Express right here. I'm just trying to find some funk. I know it's some funk in New York. That's some New York funk right there. Dr. Dre used that one. They also got this one. If it don't turn you on, then leave it alone. So many people. That's the New York I like right there. Or this Jamaica Queen shit right here. See, that's not Bronx, but it supported hip hop. Yeah, Chic. And Chic was mostly in, they did mostly disco. See? A Pan-African Moor. Where did you type that from? It looks like you type in English, not Metal Net you, nigga. No. Don't look. I'm looking on those shoes now, baby. Come on. This little nigga like that. I think he's scratching his balls. Rocky. Nigga Rocky knocked out. Hey, you hate yourself if you're not where you claim to be, where you claim you from. You hate your people. I'm in the United States of America because I love my people in the United States of America, so I'm here with them. Big group hug to everybody from the United States of America. Oh yeah, Cameo's New York, and so is D-Train. Yeah, this is some goddamn. Yeah. And so is D-Train. Such a positive song, too. I love that song. Keep On by D-Train is so goddamn positive. There go. That's my New York music right there, goddammit. Teddy Riley, nigga. That's my New York music. Like, you cannot say you Pan-African and you love Africa if you're not living there helping the people. And then look at this shit right here. This is what the LA Times did. While we're doing rest in peace. Rest in peace of Brenton Wood. Let's see. Look at this headline. Well, let me see if I can find it. Look at this line. Rest in peace, Brenton Wood. Brenton Wood from LA. Look at this headline they did. Crooner who captivated Latino listeners. They're making it, LA Times is making it seem, we are under attack from 360 degrees. We are attacked even when it comes to our soul music. They can't just let us have it.
If you do need me, show me that you love me. And when I'm feeling blue, and all
that's Brenton Wood. Rest in peace, Brenton Wood.
One. You got me doing funny things like a clown. at me.
My grandmama loved that song. That was my grandmama's shit. There was a whole dance to that. Like, that was my grandmama's shit. But the LA Times, they can't just let black people have it. Crooner who captivated Latino listeners. All black music captivates Latino listeners because they don't like their own shit. You see here like how we're under attack from 360 degrees, black people? From Fat Joe and hip hop to when it comes to our classic R&B, they can't even say black singer who somebody. My Aunt Ella used to listen to that shit. She died back in 99? That was her song. If you're black and you have grandparents and parents that grew up in the 60s, you knew this shit because this played in our households. You see how everybody has to play, everybody has to claim our shit in some way. They're talking about how he played Chicano music stuff. Yeah, because Chicanos don't listen to their own shit. But you just see what we talking about here. This is why Mr. Reggie or whatever your name is, black Americans are gatekeeping our culture. One of our legends died. We can't even have him in death. Oh yeah, knock on wood. That's right. I think I better knock on wood, baby. But that wasn't Brenton. That wasn't Brenton Wood. Knock on Wood was by was that Eddie Floyd? I think Knock on Wood was Eddie Floyd. Yeah, Eddie Floyd. See y'all, nigga, you can't get past this mind when it comes to music. So all you niggas talking about you wasn't there, nigga, test me. But I appreciate that chat, Derek Henry. Just show the world that. No, come back. Sit. You throw a song out there, DeJuan's brain is gonna go right to it. Yeah, that's Eddie Floyd. But they like him too. They don't wanna lose this good thing. Man, shit. So yeah, if you're a Pan-African, type it from Charlotte, sit your ass down. You Pan-African Atlanta motherfucker. You got you pan punks. Okay. Oh, my baby over here. I gotta take my doggy walking pretty soon. We're gonna go walking pretty soon, right? But I wanna go back to this point because I wanna go back to this video because I want y'all to go check this video out because they was hating hard. Oh my God, they were hating hard.
Hip hop was not African American. It wasn't Puerto Rican. It was a Bronx culture.
Now, what happened though?
Heard that? The man there say hip hop was not Black American. It was a Bronx culture. You see how they are? This is why remember when I told y'all at the beginning of the year, I told y'all I'm going. It's two things. It's two things I'm going. Well, there are two things I'm going hard at music this year. I'm going hard at the whole New York culture thing when it comes to hip hop. That's gonna be number one, the New York culture. I'm going hard in New York, period. Because New York, y'all niggas is selfish and y'all didn't create, y'all got way too much dip in y'all chip and y'all didn't create enough to be so goddamn arrogant. I'm going at that, and I'm also going that everything comes from the South. Those are two narratives that I'm going at real hard this year. So if you're one of those people who are if like your cognitive dissonance gets you to where you can't accept new information, I'm going to piss you off. But if you're open-minded and willing to allow evidence to expand your point of view, this is the channel you want to be at. Because I'm not going to say anything unless I can prove it. I'm not going to say anything unless I can prove it. Right now, my father-in-law, he's sending me a whole bunch of documentaries to watch, interviews that he did back in the day, because he's from the South, but he's a music producer, and he's sending me a whole bunch of stuff that's real accurate. So I'm going to talk to him a little bit more, but I'm not going to say anything unless I can prove it. And here's the reason why I'm going to do that. Here's the purpose. There's a purpose. There's a reason for everything. The reason I'm going to do it, the reason why I'm going to New York, that bullshit, that's a more blatant lie. The everything comes from the South isn't as blatant. That's more innocent. All music comes from the South. That's a very innocent misnomer we have as a people. So I'm not gonna be as aggressive with that one, because I used to believe it too. It wasn't until I went to museums and studied further, I said, damn, Philadelphia got a whole music culture that ain't never gotten talked about, with major elements of music that still exist in our sound today, whether it be hip hop, pop, jazz, rock and roll. Philadelphia got a whole thing that never touched the South. And the reason why it never touched the South is because the North and the South, during the 1800s, black people from the North didn't want to be associated with Negroes from the South on that divisive shit. But the Northern niggas were so hell-bent against not incorporating anything Southern, they had a whole different music thing going on in Boston, Philadelphia, even New York, DC. They had these music cultures that purposely did not mix with what was going on in the South because of that North-South divide, Civil War, I'm better than you Negro bullshit. It was really born out of we in the North are better than them Southern niggas. It was really born out of some bullshit like that. Us fighting each other. But even though it was born out of that, that's why you see when people come from the South to the North, the music changes. Muddy Waters didn't sound in Chicago like he sounded in Mississippi. Count Basie didn't sound in Harlem like he did in Kansas City. So all of this shit we've been taught is a bunch of misconstrued, and it's misconstrued on purpose, because these white folks don't ever want to acknowledge the shit that black people was doing during the times of slavery, who were free in the North. The whole point of this that I'm doing, the reason why I'm doing this, is because to show black Americans, no matter where we stand, there's greatness. And each place our music is gone has taken on the energy and the aspects of where it stands. So if I'm in LA doing music, know the fuck that's not Southern music. It's American music. Played through LA. Because people always be like, well, at least, I'm like Barry White from LA. Well, but he come from the South. Snoop Dogg, born and raised in LA in Long Beach. Well, his mama was from Mississippi. Nigga, where you are is where the music takes place. Is where the sound goes. Mississippi has its own sound, which is different than Memphis sound, which is different than Northern Louisiana, which is different than Southern Louisiana. Then when it moves out west, it takes on something different. There's only one common bond. One. Every aspect of these music, every evolution of these genres were created and started by Black Americans. So all this regional shit, I'm going hard on this year. Somebody said, not the discussion. Well, if this ain't the discussion we need to be having right now, then get your bitch ass out my chat then. Fuck out of here. Ain't the discussion we should be having right now. Your mama shouldn't have had you. How about that? Make sure y'all hit the like button and share, please. And it's very important we talk about this because we don't understand we're a very complex, layered group of people. We are extremely refined, layered, and diverse. So when you pull everything into one thing, you miss it. When you make everything flat, you miss it. We're very nuanced people, very ingenious people. The way we download information and take it in, it's like when I go to a new city and play music, I like to go out and just the day before, or anytime I go to a new city and just walk throughout the city and just what I do in the daytime, whether I'm in Seattle, DC, wherever I'm at, I like to walk in the daytime with no music playing. Hear the sound of the city. Get the tempo of the city. Every city has its own tempo. That's why go-go hits so hard in DC. Go-go makes sense when you're in DC. In that little ass 10 mile by 10 mile box with all kind of weird Masonic straight shaped streets. The go-go, just the energy of DC says go-go. That's why Baltimore don't fuck with go-go. The energy is different in Baltimore, so the music is like we as musicians, they see these hairs on our arms. This is where the music comes from. When you're going somewhere in the city, you just feel the vibrations of that city, and it's like it gets in you, and just the way the city is laid out, it's just the hustle and bustle. Like, let me give an example. Early Motown. This is early Motown in Detroit. See how it's with that tambourine on a 4? I mean on 2 and a 4. It sounds like an assembly line. It sounds like an assembly line when you're in early Detroit. This is Detroit Motown. Hear how the snare on a quarter note, that quarter note snare, on 1 through 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. It gives the music a very chain-like. It feels like a factory, because Detroit That was the height of the automotive industry. And a lot of those musicians come out of that. So the sound and the texture of the music sounds like that. Versus when Motown came to LA, when Motown comes to LA, it's more open. The sound is more like you get songs like this when Motown comes to LA. Let me see. Sunshine, take all my blues. High on Sunshine. That's some LA shit right there. Even though the Commodores are from Alabama. Even though their producer, James Carmichael, is from Alabama. I'm free and easy, 'cause I'm high. Has that more open feel. When the same record company moves from one city to another, the whole texture of the music changes. And that's because the energy of the city's different. And don't none of you New York, you wasn't there, motherfucker, say shit. I talked directly to the producer of that song. And these are conversations that we've had ourselves. This is Motown when it gets to LA. Open up. Because the energy of the cities are different. Somebody said you hate it when Soul Train moved to LA. Well, Soul Train moved to LA after his first season, honey. So you only watched the first season? What are you talking about? Soul Train was in LA for like 20 years. In Chicago for one. I mean, you didn't like Soul Train. Nirvana? Here's another lie I'm going to be debunking. Yeah, a lot of, not most, some funk bands come from Ohio. Funk is nationwide. Funk got blown up in California before it got to Ohio. Like I always tell you, Sly and the Family Stone and War were doing funk when the Ohio Players were still playing jazz. Okay? You got funk in Atlanta, SOS Band. Again, you got funk in Detroit, BT Express and Cameo. You got funk out of Memphis, Isaac Hayes. Funk is wherever black people are. Earth and Fire. Memphis by way of Chicago, recorded in LA. George Clinton is from Plainfield, New Jersey. Stop with the bullshit. I'm going to keep my foot in all y'all asses. There's only one cultural connection. Black American. Yeah, DC Funk, Go-Go. Yep, Go-Go is DC Funk. Yep. So although Ohio has a lot of great funk in it, stop the bullshit. No, funk is not Dayton. Dayton had great funk bands, but it's not Dayton. Is James Brown from Dayton? I'll wait. Thank you. So, yeah, Neville Brothers funk out in the water with the meters. The Meters out of New Orleans, one of the greatest funk bands ever. Appreciate that, Malika. You motherfucker, all this regional shit is the reason why you got all these other cultures coming for our shit wherever they can get it. And you niggas trying to pin stuff down in one city. Cuban Link, what up? Again, y'all go follow Cuban Link's channel. Man, I got major love for what you just did, my man. I always liked Cuban Link back in the Terror Squad days, so just to see Cuban Link stepping up the way he is, we gotta show love to the people like Cuban Link. And make sure y'all subscribe to Cuban Link's channel. Thank you, Hurt. Yeah, we gotta stop this bullshit. See, the whole point is to stop all this shit. Because here's my agenda. My agenda is leading people who want to know about the music back in the right direction. What's going to happen 70 years from now when we're all dead and gone, 100 years from now, and people want to research this music? You'll hear somebody say, oh, funk is Ohio. So they'll go to Ohio looking for funk and reach a dead end. Because they won't get to George Clinton and James Brown. They won't get to Sly and the Family Stone. They won't get to War. Because if you say funk is Ohio, then you're going to have to start funking about 1972. 71, 72. When Sly and the Family Stone was doing it in 67. Isaac Hayes was doing it in 69 in Memphis. You see what I mean? California, Memphis, then Ohio. Now, Ohio did have some of the best funk bands ever. Slave, nigga? Come on. Now, and Lakeside even though Lakeside's from Ohio, they got their push in LA through Solar Records. You see how that works? This is why I'm busting all this regional bullshit out of here. Fuck all this regional shit. I know the Ohio players started in 59. That's why I said they were playing jazz. I didn't say Ohio players didn't start in 71. I said they got to funk in 71. The Ohio players were a jazz band. Your name is contextualist. Well, look up the proper context. They were playing jazz throughout the 60s. The Sly and the Family Stone jumped on funk. Isaac Hayes jumped on funk. And the Ohio players switched up what they did and got into funk. Now, the Ohio players did funk better than most others. They're part of my holy trinity of funk. The Ohio players. But I'm all about accuracy and giving people the credit where they deserve it. Here's another thing. You get these dumb niggas that don't pay attention. Did I ever say funk started in LA? You can talk it till you blue in the face. And you gonna still get somebody that walk around with cottons in their ear. Is James Brown from LA? When have I ever given the credit for funk not starting with James Brown? As a matter of fact, I taught a whole history class on James Brown creating funk. And this dude is saying, this is the hardest part about being somebody who speaks so much. Somebody comes in 2/3 of the way through the conversation. I said, James Brown started it. LA, and Sly and the Family Stone's not from LA, Mr. Black. They're from the Bay. Oakland and LA are 400 miles apart. I don't know if you knew this. There's a greater gap between Oakland and LA than it is from Philly to New York. Jesus, do you niggas listen? And this is why I'm bringing back the word retard. This is why I'm bringing back the word retard. It's a lot of retarded motherfuckers out here. God damn. What's up, Eve? Y'all follow Just Eve. This is what I was talking about earlier. She's the one that called me with this video that I'm playing right now on that other channel. I need a break. I need a break. I need a break. Back to what we were talking about. All this we were talking about earlier with brother the dude Reggie calling FBA's this, FBA's that. And I want y'all to go back and watch the video because about 50 minutes into the video, DJ FaZe came in.
Right there he is.
FaZe, peace, brother. Peace to you.
Peace, brothers. Peace. What's going on, man?
And DJ FaZe was there. And salute to FaZe. I'm going to have FaZe on this channel pretty soon. FaZe let these cats have it. Proving that it was only black Americans that was there. And our brother DJ FaZe doesn't even use the term black. Again, I don't get into people's terms. You got to use whatever term you're comfortable with. But as long as you know you're talking about the people who were born here and whose great-great-great-great-grandparents were in slavery, that's who we talking about. But I want y'all to go back because I'm not going to play the rest of this, but DJ FaZe went in. And he had them motherfuckers looking stupid. Oh my God. But anyway, I'm over here. Lemanuel, I don't know what's wrong with these dudes, man. I don't know what's wrong with these dudes. I don't know what's wrong with these people. I teach the way I teach because my whole point is leaving breadcrumbs for 100 years from now. Yeah, I saw Sadat X doing that. I don't know what happened to Sadat X, but maybe because he back working the day job, he's bitter at Lord Jamar because Lord Jamar is still doing a big thing. Oh, and I heard Lord Jamar's song, The Elephant. I got to go back and play Lord Jamar's song again tonight. Hey, salute to Lord Jamar's new single. That shit's hot. Clowning. Hey, let's make an example of this person. He said, Bootsy Collins is my cousin. And he and a lot of James Brown's funk players were from Cincinnati. I know my city's history. Well, Mr. Black, you got the same issue New Yorkers have. You got to expand your knowledge of history to outside your fucking city. It's bigger than your little ass, crummy ass city. Ugh. Did Bootsy tell you that he got with James Brown band in 70? He was the backup band? Bootsy, Frank, let me help you out with your city, Mr. Black. It was Bootsy Collins on bass, his brother Catfish Collins, and the drummer Frank Cash Waddy. Look me up, nigga. They were the backup band. James Brown fired his band because they wanted more money. And He flew Bootsy and his brother and Catfish and Frank Cashwati. He flew them down to a show, had rehearsal, and they played. And they picked up the funk from James Brown. James Brown, the original band, is not from Ohio. That was the backup band. That was the band that came later. Clyde Stubblefield, the drummer that you heard on all them breakbeats, he's from Chattanooga, Tennessee. Clyde Stubblefield, the funky drummer, that's Clyde Stubblefield. Before Bootsy got there, Mr. Black. No, you gotta know your city. You can't just know your city. You can't just know your city. You gotta know your country. You gotta know the world. You gotta know context, time, and place. When, who got with who. You gotta synthesize a lot of pieces of information to put this shit together.
Good God, about what minute?
This is Clyde Stubblefield. This the most popular drum break of all time. This isn't Ohio. This is Tennessee. This Chattanooga, Tennessee, nigga. God damn, if you niggas don't just shut up and learn, I'm not here to misguide nobody. I want everybody to get credit. Fuck your city. I don't give a fuck about your city, all right? This is about the collective. Us. Us. We. This is our shit. When are you niggas gonna learn to stop fucking trying to challenge me? Somebody said Bootsy would have been 73 today. Miss Rhonda, Bootsy is still alive. What do you mean was? Bootsy Collins just had a major hit with Anderson .Paak and Bruno Mars like 2 years. He's still alive. What are you talking about? You okay, doggy? He look a little sleepy. These niggas is dumb as fuck. Somebody try to tell me I knew Bootsy's band and James Brown. Bootsy only played with James Brown for like 11 months. Do you know that? Bootsy didn't even play with James Brown that long. He was too big of a star. James Brown ego wouldn't even allow Bootsy to shine. You niggas, maybe, I don't know, this might be, maybe because I'm from LA and I don't give a fuck. You small city nigga, y'all got some little small city syndrome. Look where I was from. Well, fuck. LA can claim disco all day because the first disco song ever was James Brown's Love Theme. LA can claim R&B, but what the fuck for? Why is that important? Even though LA got the stronghold in R&B first in 1946, what the fuck good does it do telling y'all every time, well, you know, R&B is LA culture, right? You playing R&B? Ooh, that was LA that did that first. What kind of dickhead, little dick shit is that? You gotta be a little dick motherfucker always. Well, you know now, my city is the one that did it first now, right? You know my city. Nigga, you didn't do it. That's some little dick shit. That's some, I just finished pissing on my balls, but my city is the one that created funk. Fuck out of here. nigga so full of shit. Hell yeah, James Brown fired his bands a lot. I want somebody that disagrees to call in with me. I'm going to take one call because I got to take my dog to go take a shit. Appreciate that, Tommies. Anybody got a problem with what I said, call in. And let me shut you down live on the phone. Call up if you got a problem. Call up or get banned. Those are your two options. A chat room. Anybody got an issue? Call in. Right now. No more typing in the chat. Call in. You furious fingers fucks. Call in. Call up. 323-744-7425. Call up. Now I haven't heard Bobby Rush's latest. I got to listen to it. Salute to Bobby Rush. Hell, Bobby Rush had a funk song. Bobby Rush from the South. And he had a funk song called Chicken Heads. Came out in 1969. This is a remake of it, but this is... Listen to Bobby Rush. He originally recorded this in 1967, 69.
You come along, girl, what did I do? I lost my heart.
Rapping and singing. That's from Bobby Rush in the 60s. And not the gang set. What's up, caller? What's your name? Hello? Where you calling from?
Yeah, this is Jay. I'm calling from Queens.
This is who?
Jay. I'm calling from Queens.
Dave from Queens. What's on your mind?
I was watching it live, and it was like a few things I wanted to ask you. Being that you're not from New York, like what are you relying on to say that hip hop didn't start with like Kool Herc in them?
People from New York. Do you know I was at Microphone Check? Charlie Chase, DJ Faze. DJ Faze said it himself. Disco King Mario was doing it in 1967, 69. Philadelphia was having block parties on video in 1968.
So block parties equate to hip hop?
That's part of it because hip hop, that's part of it because part of the New Yorkers' claim is we were the ones doing the, they always say 15 Tony Cedric when we had the sound systems and the parties. Well, we had video niggas on that in 68 and 69 in Philadelphia. So who that doesn't help.
Breaking records and MCing over in breakdancing in Philadelphia.
What kind of music were they breakdancing over and MCing over?
You talking about Herking them?
Yeah, what kind of music were they MCing and breaking over?
They was doing a variety of music.
No. What kind of music? It wasn't a variety. It was not a variety. Herc said it himself now. I've heard most of y'all Herc's interviews. Herc said it himself now. So if you're such an expert on Kool Herc, who did Kool Herc say he was mixing? Primarily.
I mean, he was mixing American artists. But
no, who? Who?
Huh?
Who?
I'm not sure.
James Brown. James Brown. James Brown. Breakdancing is a funk dance. The breakdance came out of funk. They were my daddy was breakdancing in 1971 here in LA. Cause it was to a funk soundtrack.
brother, elements of something don't make it what it is. Like, you know, like you can have a piece of paper in certain things. It don't mean you have
no strong arguments. We sticking. We ain't talking about paper. We talking about music. No strong arguments. Let's stick to music.
I'm making a example.
That's a straw. We got to stick to music. We're not dealing with paper. We're dealing with music.
Just because somebody break dance don't mean that this is hip hop. Like somebody was breaking records.
Thank you. So you know what that means? If they're breaking, that means that's not an element of hip hop. Then
hip hop includes all of that into one. So when people say Bam and Kool Herc started hip hop, that's what they're talking about.
No. That's not what they. No. You can't do that. No. You just said breaking is not exclusive to hip hop, right?
I said breaking a record and MCing, DJ, break dancing, graffiti. It's all inclusive. You can't just say, "Oh well,
They were graffitiing in Philadelphia. Cornbread was graffitiing in the '60s. That's not a new hip hop thing.
Who from New York is saying that people from Philadelphia influenced New York to do hip hop? Nobody said that. I said no. I don't hear none of the pioneers from New York talk about we got the influence from Philadelphia.
That's because New Yorkers are selfish. That's why it was still that. Just because they didn't want to talk, don't mean it wasn't happening. It was happening. It's documented. Cornbread was around in the '60s, doing graffiti. You know who else from Philadelphia? Pedro, the person that did all the Funkadelics album covers. Pedro, he just died like 3 years ago. Pedro, chat room, help me out. His first name is Pedro. I'm forgetting his last name. When it comes to graffiti on records and all that stuff, take a look at the screen right here, Standing on the Verge. I'm from Funkadelic. Right here. Look at the Standing on the Verge album cover. These were like when you see hip hop having those graffiti style album covers, they got that from the funk.
I'm not saying that the elements don't come from disco, funk, and the soul music before that, of course. But
then you agree with me. If you're not saying it don't come from that means you agree with me. Why is it that all these elements, everything you see existed, rapping, all this stuff was going on in Memphis, LA, New York, Chicago, DC, Philadelphia, Oakland. How y'all get all the credit?
That type of form in the Caribbean. Why you with a battle and stuff like that? People was already doing that type of stuff.
And you know what Cox and Dine said? They got that because you know what's happening in Jamaica? In the 1940s, Jamaicans would come up to America to pick sugar during World War II. And when they would come up here to pick sugar, they would see what Black Americans were doing. And a major thing that got the Jamaican recording music industry off was when they would come to America, the DJs would piece up, buy American records, take them back down to Jamaica, take the labels off, and play them. And then they would toast doing like Jocko Henderson, Frankie Crocker on the radio, and Black Americans were doing from Cab Calloway to Louis Jordan to James Brown, talking shit on the mic. That's what Jamaicans said they got it from, homeboy.
What Jamaican said that?
Cox and Dine said that. What? Cheryl him well. It was. I played it on my show. Yes, I just played it. If you go back to my show yesterday, I played the clip.
Give me a name. I could do my research from there. Just give me a name.
What is it? I'm drawing a blank. All the motherfuckers sound just alike.
The Jamaican artist that was influenced by
Bob Marley. All of the Wailers.
Bob Marley was influenced by
yes, he was. You know why? Because Bob Marley was trying to do American R&B. But look, let me give you. Look, I'm glad you brought up Bob Marley because you ever heard that Bob Marley song? Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up.
Yeah.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. You know where he got the melody from?
Nah.
Right here. Listen. War. He got the whole melody from Get Up, Stand Up came from Slipping Into Darkness by War.
Okay. There's plenty of hip hop artists that sample reggae artists for these songs.
Sampling wasn't a thing back then, boy. Hey, homeboy, sampling started later on. We don't stick to one thing. We're on reggae. There was no. They didn't sample back then. You had to do your own music.
You talking about the sound system because I was going to ask you, do you know about Black Spade? Do you know about the Brooklyn sound system in Flatbush, in Canarsie or Crown Heights that Kool Herc in them seen? But he wasn't directly influenced by the Jamaican music, but that's what the sound system and all that came
The
from.
sound system comes from America. Everybody use sound systems. That's like the minute. Let me give you the minute instruments got electric, when they had to take instruments and plug them into an amp, because the original sound system, the original sound system were amps. The original sound system was bass amps, guitar amps, and keyboard amps.
I can tell you the Black Spade in the lows, the sound system was already prevalent in Bed-Stuy, Flatbush, and all them areas.
The sound system was in LA. It was in Seattle. It was in Chicago. So it was everywhere. What are you talking about?
Trying to take ownership. You trying to make it like an FBA thing, like
it is an FBA thing. You're not saying anything to make it not an FBA thing.
Give me the sound. Give me the good sound system that was in America. I know it.
I just told you.
In Brooklyn,
Chicago. They were all. Look. The sound system was all over. There was no one good sound system. There were plenty. There were dozens of great sound systems.
So give me a group of sound system DJ and all that.
Frankie Crocker, Mary D. Williams.
Where they from?
L.A., New York, Chicago, Philadelphia.
You said New York?
Some of them. New York, Chicago. Because do you know that? Do you know that the whole sounds? Hold on. My show, my conversation. Do you know that the whole sound system thing? Actually, that's a Chicago thing, because radio got this radio and all that stuff that got popped off in America through Chicago. That shit was in Chicago before it got to New York.
Who founded Chicago?
Huh?
Who founded Chicago?
A black person.
From where?
A black person must name John DeSable. And that was a long guy. Yeah, they're from Chicago. He's the one that founded Chicago. But let me see if I can find that picture of Mary D. Williams, VJ Records, in studio. Because I got a picture of Mary D. Williams I have in my documentary. Let me see if I can find it on let me see. I can't find it. It's on my documentary, but I got a picture of Sister Mary D. Williams in Chicago in the 1950s on a 2-turntable system. It's in my documentary.
Okay, they was doing that in Jamaica too.
No, they weren't. No, they were not. Do you know Jamaica's a third world country, you fucking idiot? They didn't have it. Jamaica didn't have no goddamn sound system in the 50s. Let me show you what a Jamaican sound system in the 50s looked like. Hold on.
Have you ever been to Jamaica?
Yeah.
When?
Shit, about 10 years ago on vacation. It doesn't matter if I've been there or not. They weren't, and I'll tell you what happened when I did go to Jamaica. They weren't playing no goddamn hip hop. Then what they was playing, they weren't playing no goddamn hip hop. Let me show you what a Jamaican sound system looked like in the motherfucking 50s. Here it is right here. Let me put it up on screen right here. This is what a Jamaican sound system looked like. It looked like in the goddamn 50s. Look at this shit. They had this old 1920 shit in the 50s because they're a third world country. And no disrespect to Jamaica, but in 1950, they was really a third world country. This is their sound system in the 50s right here. Okay? So did the motherfucking thing come from Jamaica? All right?
I mean, if you don't really know.
No, there is no I mean. Look, you're out of I means. You should know when you lost. Say, man, I just learned something, DeJuan. Thank you. And you have a good day.
Right. We having a conversation. I'm not debating you.
No, yes, you are debating me. I'm trying to tell you where shit coming from, and you over here saying, "No, it didn't come from it." No, yes, you are trying to debate me. I told you everything.
It don't change the fact that Kool Herc and Bambaataa started hip hop.
No, they didn't. Not when Kool Herc said he got it from. Not when Kool Herc said he got it from DJ Disco King Mario. It doesn't. Kool Herc said he learned the game from Disco King Mario. Brother. And why? And here's my other question: How do you guys exile Coke LaRock, the first MC? How do you exile Coke LaRock?
Huh?
How do you even exile Coke? Coke LaRock was MCing when.
I would never. Coke LaRock is the first MC that.
But why are you bringing up Bam Bada then?
That MC'd over.
When Coke LaRock was MCing, Bam Bada had by then. Bam Bada was a booty version. Bam Bada ain't busting no booties yet when Coke LaRock was MCing. He was still a booty version at that point. He wasn't even a booty bandit yet when hip hop was going on.
Brother, without Bam parties, it wouldn't be no hip hop.
Bam was a kid. Do you know? Let me give you one more thing.
If it wasn't for Bam parties, it would be no hip hop.
Bam was a kid. Bam wasn't around when hip hop first started. Bam came later.
Brother, hip hop started in '71 with
Coke LaRock. 73 was her. You only got your dates right. 71 was Cool DJ Phase. 71 was Disco King Mario. Herc was 73. You ain't even got your dates right.
You just said 69 was Mario. 71 is Cool Herc.
No, 73 is Cool Herc. 50 years. Can you add? Look. Can you add? Can you add? Hip Hop 50 was when? 2023. Why was Hip Hop 50 celebrated in 2023? Because their story says hip hop started in 73 with Cool Herc. That's what they said, right? 73. Can you add?
They started with Mario.
That's not what Cool Herc said.
The consensus.
That's not what Cool Herc said. That's not what Cool Herc said. Cool Herc said it started with Mario.
Huh?
Cool Herc said it started with Mario. Cool Herc never took credit. He still to this day ain't took credit. To this day.
The whole New York is going to tell you Coke LaRock is the first MC in Cool Herc and Bam Bada started hip hop.
How is Coke LaRock the first MC when he's imitating James Brown?
That's not no secret, huh?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Michi got Jocko Henderson was spitting over records in the 50s.
That's cool. That's probably they probably was doing elements in the 50s. Nobody.
No. You lost. Stand down. You keep jumping all over the place. You can't stick to nothing. You all over the place. You jump from saying Cool Herc was 71 to saying all of this stuff existed. Here's what's going on right now. You were lied to. You're given physical evidence to prove that you were lied to, and you're unwilling to accept it.
What did I lie about?
That's the problem. New York ain't that special. It did something that was great.
You talking about a culture that we started.
No. You didn't. I just proved. Were you there?
Huh?
Were you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
No. Were you there in 70? Were you there in 71?
Nah, I wasn't.
Then shut the fuck up.
This is my.
You weren't even there. If you weren't there, you can't play the I wasn't there. Chat room, you see how easy this is? You see how easy this is? Hopefully this is the other person that I was trying to call in. I got a 654. Hello, caller. What's the name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Cha-Cha Mystique. I'm calling from Harlem, USA. What's up, Dawn?
From Harlem, USA. What's on your mind?
Yeah, so I'm from New York, right? And no, I wasn't born in 73 and all that. But you got to understand, a lot of the pioneers and the people who were really involved are still alive. And I kind of want to paint a picture for everybody who don't live in New York. Well, first I want to say shout out to MC Shan, because in the song, in the bridge, he says hip-hop started out in the parks. We used to go out in the dark. They used to have the rap battles and do all that shit, right? Now, this whole new narrative of the Bronx started, no. If you live in New York, you know that there are boroughs. And then in these boroughs, you have public housing and stuff like that. When there are park jams, you calling your cousin from Harlem, you calling your cousin from Queens, and everybody's either in Brooklyn or wherever the park jam of that day is, people are at. A lot of those people are still alive. Not the rappers, probably not the musicians, but the people who were in the park doing things like that are still alive, and they even disagree with a lot of the stuff. Even a lot of people who live in the Bronx disagree with Kool Herc. Okay? Kool Herc used to battle Disco King Mario back in the day because he had the best sound system. Okay? You have people like Math Hoffa and all that other stuff talk about, well, the last poets, this, that, and the third. The original last, even though the last poets formulated in Spanish Harlem, the original members, the first 3 members came from the Midwest, foundational African Americans. So, and I know you're doing music, and shout out to you, Dwan, because you're doing a superb job. But I just want to throw this in there, and I'll be up off this. Because a lot of the argument people was talking about Wild Style. You got to understand the Hollywood situation in black people in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. We wasn't even looked in a positive light up until the Cosby Show. Even when you talk about the movie like Breaking, they had the real dancer who was able to pick up broomsticks and have the broomstick dancing, and even in Breaking 2, the nigga was dancing on the ceiling and all that. Then you had the corny white girl called Special K and the Spanish dude, rest in peace. We was always playing in the background in music. It's not like they did a casting call and had the best act. They was recruiting these kids who seemed safe to be on screen, because even then black people wasn't put to the forefront up until the Cosby Show in a positive light like that, or had a leading role like that. And then even the black shows in the 70s, they would talk to you about the discrimination, how Good Times had to fight to have a black father in the household.
Yeah.
Things like that. So I just kind of want to say that and drop that gem, because a lot of people want to hang on Wild Style's nuts. Like that shit wasn't a part of the propaganda and things like that. And just for the record, black New York people are proud of what you're saying. Don't let everybody speak for us, all of us.
I appreciate that, sister. I appreciate that.
And that's all I want to say.
Because I want to make sure I'm not shitting on, I don't mean to shit on everybody. You know what I mean? I'm attacking a narrative and not people. And so for you to understand the difference, I appreciate that, because a lot of these idiots don't. So I appreciate you.
No problem. And keep doing what you're doing. But I just had to put that out there.
Thank you.
You know, because you pull up a point and then they dance around and want to change the subject and all that. The real truth is in the music. I said that to Lord Jamar. Shout out to Lord Jamar. The truth is in the music. Y'all want to battle with all these dates and stuff like that. At the end of the day, you had to assimilate. And I think that's what everybody's choking on. You had to assimilate first in order to participate. Y'all keep denying the assimilation part.
They keep denying that part. I appreciate you, sister. Yeah, that's important to me that black people know that I'm not shooting at everybody. Here's another book. It's called Yes, Yes, Y'all, an oral history of hip hop's first decade. I got this book with my man Eitan Edwards. He's in this book. He made flyers, and he actually was Africa Bambaata's OG. Bambaataa used to pass out Eitan Edwards flyers. In this book, hold on one second, caller. In this book, on page 25, hold on one second, caller. In this book, it talks about the beginnings, and in DJ Kool Herc's own words, let me tell you what it says in the first. This is the first sentence. I came to the States in 1967 from Jamaica. I was 12 years old. My mother was studying nursing in New York, and she used to bring back records from Motown, Smokey Robinson, and James Brown. And James Brown came to the island one time. I Feel Good at the time was a hit record, and I fell in love with that record. So right here, he's telling you right here, in his own words, where he got it from. What's up, caller? What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm D from LA.
D from LA. What's on your mind?
Yeah, Yeah, man. I'm just this hypocrisy I'm hearing is going on, man. Shout out to the last caller, man, from out of from Queens, New York. But the caller before that, man, just another Puerto Rican tether, and trying to strong arm, they place in the creation of hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And then you got Math Off and them. They gonna put their Caribbean. They trying to strong arm they people in the creation of hip hop, and you know what I'm saying. Kool Herc and all them, man, they got all they game on hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? Disco King Mario and all them other FBA brothers. You know what I mean? Because we all know, man. Like my dad was born in 1955, so 65 he'd be 10. So 68 he'd be like 13 or 14, right? He was telling me that yes, he was listening to James Brown and all them, but he said, his cousin them were a couple years older than him, and he said some of them was even, getting together, in the backyards when they have little functions in the neighborhood, man. They was all, getting in the cipher, and they was all, saying rhymes, to James Brown beats and Marvin Gaye beats. They was saying rhymes like they was rapping. You know what I'm saying? And that wasn't even in New York.
Right.
That was way down there in New Orleans. And then I heard another brother, OG brother, that was born around in that time frame, 55 in 1960 and all that. He was telling me that you had James Brown and Marvin Gaye and Teddy Pendergrass popping back then, right, DeJuan?
Yep.
He said you even had brothers, they rapping off them type of beats. You know what I'm saying? And then they have brothers, DJs, getting on the tables, man, and spinning the tables, and folks was getting in the cipher, and everybody was gathering around, and brothers was popping their shit. So I don't know what the hell that Puerto Rican tether talking about in hip hop. Talking about, it's a New York thing. It's a New York culture. Y'all don't know. Y'all from down south and the West Coast and Midwest. Man, that's that tether musty talk, man. Y'all ain't gonna strong arm nothing because we've been popping, DeJuan. We've been had stuff going on in the Midwest, in the inner city, black cities, on the West Coast, down south, Alabama, Atlanta.
You make a good point.
Backyard boogies and ciphers, man.
You make a good point. I want to go back on the point you just made. All that, and this to all you tethers out of New York. The reason why that you're not from New York shit don't work is because everything you're saying that you guys did, we could all talk to our uncles and they were doing basically the same shit in whatever city we were in. You guys grew up in that bubble and think you're not the only ones. That's the whole point. I appreciate you for saying that. They act like they was the only ones.
Oh, man, if you ain't from New York, then y'all ain't got nothing to do with the creation of hip-hop. Man, they sound stupid as hell, man. All that is, they kind of strong arm. They want to be a part of something great that the whole world admire, that it came from foundational black Americans. So, man, you can't strong arm it, because the people that helped create it, that first started, some of them still alive, and they telling their truths. I'm glad Microphone Check came out. Because they can't stand Microphone Check and they can't stand Tariq though. DeJuan, let's keep it a Ben. They can't stand him, bro. They call him a cult, or he's a cult leader and all that weirdo shit they be talking about, bro. I just can't stand to hear the hypocrisy, bro. New York, hip hop doesn't just start with New York. People that came from different parts of goddamn America came to New York and the inner city of New York and started them parties, them block parties. So all them Puerto Rican tethers and all the musty-ass tethers from the Caribbean, man, they can go back to where they came from with that dumb shit, though. I got to just keep it a band with you, though, DeJuan B.
Man, I appreciate you for calling in. I got to take my dog to go take this shit, man.
B1.
All right, man, you have a good one. I'm about to get up out here, man. I want my dog shitting all up in here. I got to take him outside, but... Hey, ever since the podcast said DeJuan bring down, even though he tried to shit on Go-Go, I hate Go-Go music. I'm sorry. I love DC though. I love DC, but Go-Go's too goddamn loud and too many goddamn cowbells for me. But I appreciate Go-Go, and I appreciate the culture, and I appreciate DC for standing proud for their sound. Like, is it because of Black American? It's a lot of Black American songs I don't like. I don't like Go-Go. I hate Zydeco. I hate any music that has a fucking accordion, that Steve Urkel fucking instrument. Anything that has an accordion, a washboard, Too many fucking cowbells. I don't like it, but I still appreciate it. Don't like it. I appreciate the super chat, Omar Butler. Much respect. Much respect. Appreciate the super chat. Oh, and Alonzo hit me. It said all the elements come from Black American music. We don't even listen to music now. That's right, Alonzo. Appreciate that. Yeah. I'm making it very clear what my agenda is, y'all. I'm making it very clear my agenda. I'm very blunt and honest in my agenda. Dewan, why you talking like this? My agenda, I can't answer because my dog got to take his shit, so I can't answer the phone. My bad. But I got to get up out of here. But I want to close out by saying this. My agenda is to unite everybody in Black America through our music. Because our music is united, and I can prove it. If you're on my Patreon, sign up for the live interview lounge and up. If you're part of the live interview lounge and up, I have a series called 100 Years of Black American Music, where I really start you in the 1700s. I show you how you got to the 1700s to 1920, and then from 1920 to 2020. It's an 8-part class. It is on my Patreon, but you got to be a part of the live interview lounge level and up to get to access that. To access that particular course. My Destruction of Black Music series is available on that level also. All of my music series are on live interview lounge and up. I have a series on the Destruction of Black Music that's ongoing. We haven't had a new class in 2 months, but for those of you who are on Patreon, we're going to now in January, we're going to get back on the Destruction of Black Music series. So we're going to break even down further how Black music was destroyed by the industry. And so all that stuff is on Patreon. On Patreon, this shit gets, YouTube only gets a little bit of it. Patreon gets it all because I can play the music on Patreon. So that's what we talking about here. What's my point? My point is to say, look, whether you're Black American and in Biloxi, Mississippi, you got something to be proud of. If you're in Chicago, you got something to be proud of. A lot to be proud of. Detroit, Canton, Ohio, Dayton, Ohio, Memphis, Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, LA, Oakland, Seattle, DC, Baltimore, Charlotte, Newport News, Richmond. We all play a part in this. And it's a cross-pollination of all of our sounds, all of our swag, all of the things that come together. Philadelphia, Boston, new additions from Boston. It's an amalgamation and a coming together of all of that makes rock, pop, soul, heavy metal, underground, lo-fi, and everything else that's on my Black American music family tree. And everything else is on my Black American music family tree. It's like, we got to stop all this bullshit. And if I got to bust some heads to make it happen, if I got to bust New York's bubble, if I got to bust bubbles to make it happen, then so be it. Because too many lies have been told. Because Frankie Beverly told us the truth. We won, nigga. We won. And it's gonna take a nigga from LA to wrestle all you niggas back into this one house. The South, the North, the East, the Midwest, the Upper Northwest. Nigga, we are one. And if I gotta clown your ass for saying some dumb shit, starting to say, well, this is I'm going to clown you because you're goofy. Because your little bitch ass city is not worth and elevating more than the collective. And if it bothers you, yo motherfucking bad. Go to blitzcapsules.com. Blitzcapsules.com. Type in product code DeJuan B. Buy 2, get 1 for free. You dig? Yeah. We are one regardless of city, state, or region. And you know why we are one? Because our love will see us through. That's how we gonna get there. We gonna get there through love. Like Frankie said. Our love will see us through. And I love the greater good of us more than I love even my own city. If it means fuck LA to get to the greater good, then fuck LA too. I don't give a fuck about none of these white run cities. Fuck all these cities. We only in these motherfucking cities because our towns and shit. We would be in our towns if shit was right. Fuck all these cities. If you want to take away from the greater good of the people. No, there is no fucking defense of New York. Thank you for the $1.99. There's no defense of New York. New York has its own style of hip hop that stayed in New York. The rest of the country didn't do it like New York City. LA has a style of hip hop that ain't got nothing unlike New York. New York got park jams. LA we bump it in the trunk. Oakland ghost rides it in the whip. Low riding is definitely a part of hip hop culture. Is it part of New York culture? No. Atlanta got its own version of hip hop. DC got its own version of hip hop. New York hip hop was codified for New York. New York hip hop wasn't codified for Houston's version of hip hop. The Ghetto Boys don't sound. The Ghetto Boys got their own sound. What we gonna say? The Scarface ain't got nothing. They didn't do no New York hip hop. Scarface did Houston hip hop. New York needs to humble itself. Humble yourself. Humble yourself. Humble. Because if New York was codifying it for everybody, they wouldn't be doing drill music. That's Chicago music. How y'all pick up on drill? If you New York, see LA, we never got on drill. Because LA's like, nigga, fuck that shit. Nigga, we gonna kill somebody. We gonna kill somebody. There ain't gonna be no goddamn drill music. Stand on your own. That's right, Jerry. I'm riding with my people, whether from LA, Memphis, Miami. Nigga, I'm riding for my people. Everybody where black people live codified New York for their own region. New York does not get credit for what New Orleans does in hip hop. No, it doesn't. Doesn't get credit for what, hell, y'all trying to sound like Atlanta. Now. All right. I gotta walk my dog before he shit. Y'all have a good one. Remember, go to DeJuanB.com and all that shit. Hell yeah, the ASAP Map saw that shit from Houston. We can go on all day about this, but I gotta walk my snoring ass dog. All right. Thank y'all again for listening. Remember, there are no perfect messengers. Only perfect messages for those willing to pick up the game. We about to get this story right. And if it means hurting your feelings, then fuck your feelings.